There is no question about it. It has a significance. It's important. It tells the Arabs, I mean, all the Arabs, it tells them exactly that Jerusalem means something to him. He's with us. There was no question. It's indication. The point is, what comes later on in the negotiations? How will they go? We don't know exactly what will be spoken and talked between the four walls. But that's the thing. Coming to us is very important. It's a sign he's with us. And this is what you call that he came a Yom Yerushalayim, and that he had what you call an ambassador, who was his buddy, Friedman. And Friedman doesn't hide who he is and what he is.
I think that this is the opportunity to move to embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Do you think that is going to be happen? You know, it's promised in the beginning, before he is elected to be a president. Do you see that it's going to happen?
I don't know if he's going to do it, because he will get proper advice. You're going to alienate all the Arab countries. So maybe he will think twice before he does it. Maybe he will do it in a special occasion, when the pressure, he'll realize the pressure wouldn't be so bad. Look, he is now he has to appease Saudi Arabia because of Iran. He has to appease all these, what you call, in the Gulf, all the states in the Gulf. So he will think twice. And the advisors will tell him, move slowly. Don't rush. Don't move it. So this is a question. Nobody knows exactly what will happen.
We're talking about negotiation with the Palestinian people, but the leader of the Palestinian, the president Abu Mazen, pay every day to the terrorist family, and they educate every day to hate. How can you do peace with someone that do such a thing like that every day, every moment?
There is no question that he wants to succeed. He wants to show the world that he's a deal maker. And he can do it that nobody had done before. The point is now, can you do it? Meantime, the Muslim world, the Arab world, didn't budge. Unofficially, they have deals with us. We have people, the Mossad and so on, coordinates many things with Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states. With Egypt too. But they don't show any softening of their position. I think the most important thing that they have to work on, that they speak about it, don't do anything. Maybe physically, to destroy what you call the radio stations. It's not politically correct, but start printing the hate and translating it to English and send out books. They don't do it. The Israeli government didn't do. This will be the best hasbara. The best hasbara will be if they force them to cut down on what you call this virulent anti-Israeli, anti-Jewish. It's not only anti-Israel anymore. It's anti-Jewish. Kill all the Jews. Like this imam in Copenhagen. Kill the Jews. This is the most important thing. They are not going to budge. This is as much as you want to have peace, they will not move from their thing.
A lot of fake news. What do you think about that?
There is fake news. There is fake news. There is no question about it. But you have to work against it. The left, there's no question what you call the progressive, they produce news that fits them. And many of this is fake news. They don't give enough, for example, they don't give enough space for what's happening in Venezuela. It's all part of the left, all progressive. They don't give enough, look what happened in Berkeley. They didn't stress it. Did you see what happened in Berkeley? Breaking, what you call vandalism. They don't speak against it. They only speak for discrimination. But lots of news is fake.
And you think that he can destroy the channel like CNN?
No, you don't have to. But one thing, he succeeded in undermining their credibility. There is no question in my mind now that, as all the polls show, that the credibility of the media is gone. Most of America doesn't believe the media. And there is no fact. Most of America is to the right. I had a student once who worked in the on TV, many stations here. So I asked them, how could it be? CNN has so many years, so much money. Here comes Fox News, a small, what you call a newcomer, a new boy on the block, a new guy on the block, and the rating, to take over the ratings. I told me very simply, USA is moving to the right. And CNN stayed to be the progressive, what's known as elite, the academia. The academia now is totally virulent anti-USA, anti-Israel. There was lots of fake news for what's happening in the academia. All the universities. The students are being brainwashed by, this was one of the things that what you call the resident, what happened after Vietnam and so on. They continue, they don't stop. Like in Zvesti and Pravda, they never stop to repeat their mantra, their pasuk. And what's happening is somehow the young chevra who are young buy it, get brainwashed. There is no question about fake news. There is lots of fake news. You have to work against it. You have to fight against it.
And the President Donald Trump is going to come to Israel. We can say that you are optimistic?
Optimistic that he comes. What will happen with, I don't know. It's very hard to know if you'll be able to move because the Arabs don't budge. They're very not flexible at all. We are ready to pay the price. They are not ready. As Sadat says, he is not going to give up even one gargir, 1 of sand. He wants the whole Sinai. And Hamas, who most of the Arabs belong to Hamas, agree with Hamas, align themselves with Hamas. They are totally against anything. Nothing, no budging, no negotiations even. No negotiations, would you believe it? And the question if Abbas will be able to withstand this pressure. He tries to do now with money, I don't know. Maybe what he tries to do to cut down what you call the salaries and so on. What if Iran comes in and says, we'll pay for it? And call his bluff? That's a big question.
Professor Samuel Schneider, Yeshiva University, thank you very much for this interview.
You're welcome, it was a pleasure.